Okay, take two. Let's try it again. So this color, I think I said this, but I'm going to say it again, is called Honor. It's a really, really pretty navy blue. This is, we have a dry sink in our dining room that I'm going to be doing this color. Maybe with some gold handles. Hopefully everybody that was on the first live comes and joins us for the take two. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. But we're painting some mason jars. I think a lot of people really like these mason jars because they're just so versatile. They're cute and they're they don't just have to be farmhouse decor. And they're cheap. You can find them at yard sales or thrift stores when all that stuff opens back up. And you can get them at Walmart. They're really cheap at Walmart too if you buy them by the case there. But we do these with the tissues in them and put the decals, different little sayings, and use them for flower vases. And then we have some that have, see how that second coat just finishes it off. That's all we need on there. I don't usually dip into my jar with my paintbrushes because I don't want to contaminate my paint with something that may have been on the brush before, but most of these brushes I'm using have not been used before this time. And I'm using so many different colors. I didn't want to have a bunch of palettes laying out and about, so. Once again, this is the mason jars. What I use to put on the base for these is the Rust-Oleum brand Chalked, the matte clear top coat. But you can use any top coat to take that gloss off of there. You can kind of see the difference between these two. See how it's just the regular glass, it's real shiny, and this has more of a matte finish because I put the top coat on it. That helps the paint stick and it keeps it from peeling. So you want to put a base on there before you just paint your glass. This is, again, another decor art color. This one's called Eternal, but it's just white. As you come in and join, please drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Maybe tell me what your plans are for the weekend. We're kind of limited on what we can do at the moment, I know, but it's so pretty. I've been enjoying going out for walks. This is my favorite time of year for that. This white's probably going to need a third coat because it's white. Usually takes a little bit more of the white for coverage. Depending on what you're looking for, you may want that look where it's not completely smooth and a solid color with a little bit of the brush strokes on there. I'm doing all the different colors because I want to do some new pictures for our Etsy shop with the different colors that we're offering now. Make sure all those pictures are up to date. Make it easier shopping experience for our customers. And I do these little brush handles and write the paint color name because that kind of gives a look of what it looks like on wood versus Because it's a little different, the finish on the wood than the glass, and especially in the pictures, right? So I'm going to move this. The navy one, can you see? That one came out nice. I love that color. It's probably going to be one of my new favorite colors. And then this color is called Vintage. It's kind of like that duck egg blue. This is a nice trendy color. I showed that one in the first video before we got disconnected. And I always have happy hands or painted hands, right? See, I always have my paint all over me. I try to get the wet part off in between colors so I don't confuse. The off-white will probably do another color on it too. This color is by Folk Art. It's called, what is it? How do you say that? Grotto? This is a really pretty color. Look at that. I love this one. This one was just one coat. And it was done on that little brush handle. Those are my favorite colors, the ones that cover really good. And see, it almost covered it in just one coat on the jar, even though it's the glass. Usually on the jars, no matter what the color is, you kind of have to do 2 coats to get that full coverage. Because I usually like a smooth finish. Even if I'm going to distress it and bang it up a little bit, I still want a really smooth foundation to start with. I don't know if you like that distressed, aged look or not, but it sure is a lot of work to go into making something look old. You know what I'm saying? That's something that Jonathan, when we first started painting furniture and everything, and people asked for that, he was like, why do you have to go through so much work just to make it look old and beat up? Just beat it up. It's not always that simple, but it's always a very pretty turnout. See how that color, how it's covering? That's a nice color. This is the first time I've really done a whole lot of painting other than the grandparent signs y'all saw me put on here, because we did that painting in the living room on the built-in shelves while Jonathan was on vacation, and I messed up my hands. I haven't been able to really grip. It's been hurting so bad. But it's better now, and got to keep moving. I have that brush in my hand that helps my heart be happy. It's my therapy. What do y'all like to do when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed? What's your favorite relief? Some people like to exercise or jog. Some people like to eat ice cream. I like to do that too. But if I'm stressed or anxious about something, I just come in this little studio for just a few minutes and put the brush in my hand. Everything just seems to balance out. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to do that. Not everybody has yet found their happy place of what makes them be able to breathe and relax, because we got to be able to do that, y'all. Even when there's not a pandemic happening, we still have things that come up all the time that we just have to step back from. This next color, I don't know how I feel about this one. Y'all have to tell me what you feel about this one. This one is called Spanish Moss. What do you think? You like it? I think this is one that you're either going to love or not. I'm not sure about loving it. I guess putting this one in the right setting would be good. It would probably blend in with some other shades of greens and browns, and maybe what would be a bright color that would look good with these? Give me some suggestions. Make me love this color, y'all. I don't usually paint the rims when I'm just doing the tissue jars, but some of these are going to be for just jar decor for that listing. So these are kind of going to be doing double duty. So I'm painting my rims on these, and then I tie a piece of jute or twine around the rim. But I still paint that too, because the jute, you can take that off. It don't have to stay on there, so I don't want somebody to pull that off and just have bare glass under there. It'd be like a naked jar. Nobody wants a naked mason jar, right? I know I don't. I don't want nothing naked hanging around my house. That's just crazy, ain't it? Y'all can tell I've been in this house too much and not have much outside world. Everybody's getting a little bit stir crazy, I guess. I know what I miss the most. I miss going to church, and I miss being able to hang out with my friends and being able to get some hug and loving on people. I miss them hugs. Are y'all a hugger or are you not a hugger? I and both of my boys are definitely huggers, and I'm grateful that they're huggers, or I'd be in a really messed up situation. Stuck at home with two people that didn't want to hug. I'm sure there's people that have to be in that situation, but I'm not. I'm grateful. Because everybody needs somebody to love on them, right? This color is a Waverly brand. This is the brand you can get from Walmart, and they sell it on Amazon too, but this is called Pool. And it's a really light, kind of like an icy blue. Not quite a Carolina blue, but it's close to that for those that just can't stand that Carolina blue color, and I know there's people out there. But it's more, to me, it's like an ice blue. I really like this color. It's a very cool color. My favorite color for years has been yellow because I love smiley faces. But I've kind of switched, and I'm liking some blues and some greens, like the sage green. That kind of, those color families. But I like my yellow too. That still has a place in my heart, I guess. I'll always like my smiley faces. I used to collect them, and I had so many. I don't collect them anymore. I have a few special ones that I kept, but now, after I get the coats on here the way that I want it, and let the paint dry and set, I do top them off again with that same. I will use that same top coat to seal them, and that's all I do to them. I just do one coat of the top coat, seal it up, let that top coat dry, and then whatever decals that I'm going to put on them goes on them, and stick the little Kleenex down in there, and good to go. These make a really good gift item. We sold so many of these at Christmas. Haven't sold any of these for Mother's Day yet, though. So we put on there, of course, bless you. And I have a dandelion design that I use. And my little local mama told me earlier she wants me to do some and paint some flowers on them. So I guess that'll be coming up as a special request. And then we have a couple of designs that say different things. Like one says a tissue for your issue. Different little fonts and designs. Whatever cute little thing we can think of and come up with. Alright, so I'm going to start on this yellow one, and then I'm going to let y'all go. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer all the questions, or even if you're watching on the replay, if you don't mind watching on the replay, if you'll put, just put in the comments that you're watching on the replay. That way we know who was watching when, if you don't mind. This color is from Folk Art, and it's called Summer Porch. Summer Porch. And this is a really pretty yellow color. See that? My brush. Of course, this is going to be one of those. Most of them on the glass have to have 2 coats, like I said. Make sure I get around the rim real good. I don't really know why, but I always start on the back. For the tissue jars, the back is where the logo is, the ball logo, because I want the smooth finish to be on the front. Of course, they have other brands that don't have any of that. They're just smooth-sided all the way around, but I like the way when you use the ball brand and the paint distresses off of that. Looks kind of aged. I like that look. So that's why I get these. I have a couple older vintage ones that I got at a thrift store. I think I got those in Randleman at a thrift store. They're really pretty. Have different little designs on them. There's like a square shaped. I'll show you that in just a second. Can't decide if I want to paint them or not. If I want to leave them like they are. They're not the color ones. We had some color ones, but we sold those in our space down at Peller's place. And see, these brands, they cover pretty good when you're just doing like a regular surface like wood or furniture or whatever. See, this just one coat on the wooden handle covered really good, so that won't even need a second coat on that one. Let me show you these jars. Let's see, this one is a ball one, but can you see the difference in them? So this is a round one that I got. These probably came from Walmart. And then this one was from the thrift store, and it's a square one. I love that shape. And then this is one. I don't know if this is really a vintage one. I think they have these now that have the markings on the side with the measurements. But this one, it says Williamsburg. I can't tell it's the Capitol building. Can you see where the Capitol building's in there? Is that helping? I know there's lights glaring on it, but it's got that real pretty building on there. So I'm trying to decide if I want to paint that or not, or if I want to just leave it. I've seen them where they use the spray paint to kind of do that mirrored thing. That would be pretty if I did that, but I've never done that. And I don't know. I kind of like that. I want to figure out how to highlight it the best. Maybe put a hydrangea in that one. So anyway, that's all I have. I'm going to keep painting. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. And if you know anybody that wants to learn how to paint on the glass and this might help them, please invite them to like my page and share the video with them. If there's anything else you want to learn some tips and tricks on. If you want to learn how to do it, I'm willing to try to figure out how to do it with you. Hope y'all have a great day, a great weekend if I don't see you before. And y'all stay safe out there. Talk to you later. Bye.